What's up, y'all? It's your boy Vinnie-Dangerous, and I am back with another installment of Dangerous Minds. Today's episode, I got a special guest, the talented producer, straight from Houston, Texas. Yo, we got M.o.m on the beat. Yo, how you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing good. So you were telling me because we do these conference calls before the interview. So you were telling me about how you got your name because I thought that was really dope, the acronym and things like that. So kind of give a backstory on, the meaning behind your name and how you got that name.
Okay. Yeah. So M.o.m, whatever you want to call it, it stands for Maker of Music. So as I mentioned, this isn't the first time that I've done production. The first time I did production was back in 2006, and so back then I used to go by EQ because my name is Erica. So of course, most people go with a name that goes with their first name or whatever. So EQ, I thought was, But when I decided to come back after taking a long break, I came back with the knowing you got about 20 years over a lot of the people that you're going to be coming across, your competition or whatever. And like, you old enough to be these kids' moms. Mom on the beats. That's it. And then, like I said, it also stands for Maker of Music. So, obviously I'm a female and, this female producer stigma or whatever. I didn't want to be just considered, a female producer. No, I make music. I'm a maker of music, female, whatever. So it's, and then I have a little girl. So I'm a mom. I'm truly a mom too. So mom has different things going on, but it's all truly ties into who mom is. So.
Okay, nice.
But the people who know me from before refuse to call me mom. They all call me EQ. Still. It's real cool because some people don't want to say mom, but some people love saying it. Some people say M.o.m. It's whatever. As long as they call me, it doesn't matter what they call me.
Oh, exactly. And you got multiple nicknames, kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan. Like everybody had like maybe 3 or 4 nicknames each.
Yep. One of my friends calls me M.o.t.b. I like that one. I think I will use that one. That's my thugged out.
I was about to say, what does M.o.t.b. stand for?
Mom on the beats.
Oh, Mom on the Beats. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I was overthinking that one.
The funny thing is, he's been calling me for the longest time, and I just realized, I'm like, oh, M.o.t. Mom, duh. So,
So you mentioned that you took a hiatus. Like you got into it a while and then you kind of stopped. What caused you to take a break the way you did, and what kind of brought you back?
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, and I didn't feel supported. So because I didn't feel supported and I felt I needed that validation to move forward, I take it as I wasn't ready. Because a lot of people, I guess, go through the same thing, but they don't throw the towel in. But I threw my towel in because, again, when I first started, I was still pretty grown. I was 31 years old when I made my first beat. So I was, pretty grown woman, newly married. We were trying to buy a house. I have a career already. So that, coupled with the lack of community that female producers, there's a lot of female producers now, like Instagram is full of them, but back then it was few and far between. And then the electronic access that we have now with Instagram, Facebook, all of that wasn't there. It was MySpace. Not everybody's on MySpace. You don't find everybody on MySpace. So it's just a different time. People were still selling their CDs out the back of their truck for $5. It was still a time where you had to actually connect with people to do it. Not like now where everything's digital, you just send an email and whatever. So, the being grown, being felt like I wasn't being taken seriously. And then, like I said, I wasn't ready. I just like, nah. And I stopped completely. I didn't go in the room. I didn't do nothing. I didn't make no music. I don't want to do it no more. And then like 2 years ago, around Christmas time, we was on Christmas break. I went in the studio and I bought studio equipment, set up a room in my house. I have gone all the way in. I think I'm ready now. I'm truly ready this time. So, better late than never.
Wow, that's dope. I mean, because it's funny because when we had that conversation like on the conference call, I was thinking because my birthday's at the time of recording, my birthday is like a couple weeks away.
Okay.
And I remember saying to myself, like a few years ago, I might have been, like on my 25th birthday or something. I said, if I don't make it before 30, then I'm just gonna call it quits or something like that. And just because in my head I don't feel like I'm supported, I feel like, all right, maybe my time is coming up and I can't really maybe I just need to step aside or something like that because maybe my time isn't coming. But hearing a story like yours, it like encourages me to keep going because it really is never too late to do this. I mean, they try to treat hip hop especially like it's a young person's thing, but like now there's fans that want somebody their age that's making the kind of music they want to hear.
Yep.
They can't connect to the younger kids because their experiences are not going to be the same. They need somebody that has the same experiences they have.
Same perspective, yeah. Well, then not only that, it's not really on us, right? It's not. Some people make it, and some people make it as children. Some people. Samuel L. Jackson got his first acting gig at 40 years old. So it's truly not up to us. It's up to us in the respect that we got the fire lit and we go. And that part is up to us, but the rest of it is truly not up to us. God tapped me on the shoulder and told me, go in there and make a beat. And I did it. And I have been obedient throughout the whole process, and things just truly fall in my lap. So that tells me it don't matter if I feel it's my time or not. Somebody else says it's my time. So I'm gonna just go ride it and see what happens. If I make my first major placement at 50 years old, I've done something that most 50-year-olds can't say, especially 50-year-old women can't say that they've done. So I have nothing to lose but time and some money. I've put a little investment. I've invested quite a bit in myself between equipment and sounds and merch. I have merch, like I have my mom merch.
That's dope. I like that.
I've made a lot of money with this actually. So, because moms are looking for some representation too. Moms are. It's a good time for me to do this. I feel it because with the TikToks, with the Facebooks, with the Instagram, people are getting more exposure, and I see a lot of women out there my age and older who are like, forget conventional wisdom. I'm gonna do what I want to do. If I want to start all over, I'm not starting all over. I still work my full-time job to support this, but I'm all in. I'm truly invested, and I believe in myself, and that to me is more important than anything else. I was missing at the first time around. I don't miss it now. Probably too confident, but if you don't do something with all your heart, then it's not worth doing it. So that's what I'm trying to do this time.
Exactly. Yo, that's dope. Like I know you've been putting on a lot of work from what you were telling me. You like working with overseas artists and things like that now. Tell me about that. How did those relationships come about?
Well, thankfully through the internet. I had some connections from the first go around, but I'm truly starting over. Like my audience is all new. The artists that I work with are all new, and thankfully because of social media, you get to connect with people that you would never connect with in a lifetime. So so I'm working with an artist. He's in Ghana, and we've done quite a few of the songs on his album. He'll be dropping his album. He's actually waiting for me to do a remix of his the title track, and then he'll be dropping the album. I did 90% of that album, probably 10 songs on the album, and he's in Ghana, but like him, and then there's a couple other artists that he works with. They're like the Ghanaian Wu-Tang because the beats
dope.
they like, the beats they flow over, their style and everything is very Wu-Tang-ish. So hip hop is worldwide. So I'm real honored that my music is being played in Ghana. That's like,
Yo, that's dope.
It's dope. And then I'm working with different artists. I've worked with some artists in New York, an artist over in Arizona, Cali. I've only worked with one artist in Houston over the last couple years, but I've been linking with a couple people. So I think we'll probably see some more Houston collabs in 2022.
Wow.
But yeah, I keep busy. I get a lot of.
It sounds like it.
I keep busy. I get a lot more interaction than I would even think because, you know, I'm working full time. So I put a lot into it, but I'm not constantly on Instagram or constantly on TikTok promoting myself like that. So the people who reach out to me, they actually follow me. They like really want to work with me. And so they've been keeping me busy. I get lots of stuff. I get other producers who want to collab or people I send loops to that they make their beats. So it's really been real cool. I tell my friends, like, the kids been real nice to me. Like, I've been blessed to actually be able to bounce right back into it with no problem. So
nice. Now, I was gonna ask you, because you started back right before the pandemic hit. So I've asked a few I've been able to ask artists this, have those conversations, but I don't, as far as the producers, I don't know how that affected you. Was it a hindrance, or did you think it may have helped because people were home? Okay.
It helped. And the COVID for my family has been a blessing because we have all been able to stay home together, be safe here in our little comfort zone, and be in each other's company, you know, avoid being sick and all of that stuff. But then we're working at home. You work at home, you get your work done. Your free time is pretty much your free time. You don't have to worry about that 2-hour commute in and out. You don't have to worry about stopping to go get the kid from school. Like that, getting all that extra time back was, you know, I didn't know at the time going to be perfect, but it worked out perfect because I immediately started getting people wanting to work with me left and right. And that's because everybody had to sit down and all you got is social media to entertain you. So a lot more people were paying attention to each other. And I think COVID, for artists, probably was a good thing. Now you have your artists who want to go out there and perform live and so I know that would probably hurt them, but I would think for networking it probably worked out well for them because it did for me.
Oh yeah, like I've actually had a different reaction to it than a lot of people did, because it kind of helped me focus on, like, I'm at home, I don't have places to go. Even with shows stopping, it made me sit down and just perfect the music. Yeah, like I was like, all right, I can perfect the music. I can, learn a new skill with recording or with production or things like that I didn't feel like I had the time, or I didn't make the time because I had so much other stuff going on. So
you understood the assignment. Like, yeah. I took this as a, like, yo, the universe is putting a reset in your lap, consequence free. You gotta this is a time to pay attention. And people that was ready to run up and be out in the street face to face with other folks, they didn't get that same mental wave that was telling them, hey, let me pay attention and see what I need to be doing right now. The people that did, they have come out of it elevated themselves, ahead of everything. So, some people don't see, some people can't sit down. I love sitting down because I'm a cerebral person anyway. So when I have a lot of extra time to myself to think, I'm dangerous because then I'm the person that thinks of stuff, but I put it into action as well. So like I said, I've learned how to use Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I've learned how to use an MPC. I've learned how to use 2 new DAWs. I've created a whole clothing line. I did all of that in 2 years. So I put that time into good use. Yeah, I focused. I understood the assignment too. I paid attention. I'm still paying attention. I still ain't ready to run out there in the street because it's crazy right now. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, something's got to be a little different. Like I started doing shows, when things felt like it was getting better, but then you started seeing the rates go up, and I was just like, nah, keep my family safe, like keep my fiance safe. Like I just like, yo, I gotta buckle down. I'll let everybody else have it for right now, but when it's ready to fully open, then I'll be ready to get out there.
Yeah. And it's not even just the COVID though. People just wilding out. Like you don't know what you're gonna meet out in the streets these days because people are doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's like that's the good thing about being creatives that are at home who have our studios in the house. We use the time creatively to do things. So I don't mind it. I'm an introvert anyway. I don't mind being at the house. It's safe, it's cheap. So because as soon as you step outside, $100.
$100, gas prices going up, so you got to pay to travel. It's a lot that goes into it. One of the things I was going to ask you as a producer and as a woman as a producer, have you had pushback? Because I've talked to other women that are artists, and I know that sometimes it's kind of like a fight to get respect, to get in those spaces and things like that. Have you experienced any of that as a woman producer?
All the time. You get pushback from everybody. You get pushback from artists. You get pushback from other producers. I get, little snarky comments from other little producers. My husband sometimes says stuff to me that's like, you're out of line with that. It comes with the territory, but as you can probably gather, I'm not gonna be. Yeah, it doesn't bother. I'm not gonna let it bother me. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna let you know. You're gonna know that I didn't appreciate that. And I actually literally had this conversation last night before last, where I had a friend. He meant well, but I felt he stepped over the line, and I put him in his place and said, I don't need you to tell me how to do something because you're not doing it. So until you're doing this, you can't tell me how to do this. And he didn't mean anything by what he actually meant well, but I took it the wrong way and I lit him up. I've learned how to refine that, but you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do it. It's especially hip hop is a male-dominated, very misogynistic industry. It comes with the territory. You're gonna get the sweethearts, the babies, the honeys, and I have to tell them like, I'm old enough to be your mama. Don't call me that. Don't come at me like that. I'm grown. I'm for real grown. Like I'm a grown woman. Don't talk to me like that. I know how to handle it. I haven't had to handle it on a level where it affects your money yet, but I'm preparing for that because even on a little, a lower scale, dealing with people who automatically assume you don't know what you're talking about just because you're female, that comes with the territory all the time. So, but I let them know. I let them have it. I don't go for it at all. Because respect me. If you hired me to do it, they'll let me do it. I think that's what it is. I think that until you prove yourself a lot of times it is what it is. So, but it comes with the territory. I hear women deal with this all the time.
Yeah, some women I collaborate with, like my fiance is a creative too. Like she's a choreographer and she deals with stuff like that all the time. So it's just it's one of those things where I try to set an example whenever I can, just to be like, nah, don't don't cut nobody off, because I hate that when it's me. So I can only imagine for somebody that has to deal with it all the time just because you're a woman. That's like mad irritating. mad, like discouraging at times too.
Well, I'll take it as an opportunity to say, okay, we're going to talk about it. I'll just show you. I get put, like I said, I get pushback from artists that commission me to do work for them. And when I give them a suggestion, they're like, well, look, it don't sound good like that. Try, and ultimately we'll battle it out, and we'll do both. And most of the time they agree with me, because then they get the time to share it with other people, and it grows on them, and then they're like, you know what, you're right. So it comes back around. It's like they go put you in your place, but if you show them, they ultimately will give you your respect, and it'll be what it is.
And sometimes it's artist ego too, because
Most
collaborating with artists, being another rapper, another male rapper, it still gets a lot of pushback when you're trying to make suggestions and things like that. So I can only imagine if they already have that mindset.
Like pushback, because it lets me know you're serious about it, you listening to it, you really want to put forth your best effort. I like it. I don't like when they don't give feedback. That to me is worse, because I just wasted my time doing this for you, and you can't even give me the courtesy of telling me you like it, you don't like it.
True.
That's worse. You wasted my time. So I don't mind the feedback, and I don't mind, because I can put them in their place either by what I do, or a lot of times my face helps. So okay, I'm sorry, I didn't, but I don't have that. Thankfully, I don't have it too often. Not from the people I really truly have relationships with. I might, initially meet somebody and they come across, or they come at me the wrong way, but it resolves itself.
Oh, word. So I was gonna ask you, because I know we've kind of stayed on that topic for long, but I know you were telling me about the Redbull Beat Battle that you competed in. What was it, back in 2009?
It was in 2008. Like
2008.
Actually, like around this time in 2008. That's a long time ago. That actually is a big part of why I stopped doing it, because of how my experience with that. Because that was like my first taste of the majors, and the I was like I told you, I wasn't ready. I was a different person than I am now. Not as assertive, and not as like, I didn't take myself as seriously. So how else could other people take me seriously? And so it just didn't go well for me. I didn't feel like I was welcomed. I didn't, and then I came home and I still didn't, I just didn't feel like they were taking me seriously. Like I didn't feel, even though I stood up on stage with what are supposed to be the best producers in the country, as a female who nobody else had ever done that before, I still doubted myself, and I didn't have anybody around me to push me to say, F that, look what you just accomplished. I more so beat myself down. So it was a great experience to be able to say I did that. If I would have the chance to do it again, it would be a lot better outcome, I think. And but like I said, I wasn't ready. So I wasn't ready. So, but it was, I mean, to be able to say I did that is definitely something that I'm proud to be able to say. When my kid is old enough to understand, I can share that with her to kind of influence her in life. So
I was about to say, because you were telling me because you were up there competing with people like M.o.m, and what was some other names?
M.o.m. So the people from my year, so who went with me from Houston is Sound Mob. Sound Mob produced for like Kurt Cobain's Drinking My Cup.
Oh yeah.
That. 14KT, you know who that is? He's from Detroit.
That name sounds familiar. 14KT.
Yeah.
He works with
like Elzai and
yeah.
like that kind of DiBiase, the real DiBiase, M.o.m, C6 actually won. He was like 17 at the time, and he actually won. So he got to do a record with Nas. That was the prize for winning the competition. The guys who produced for Wale, what were they called? Best Kept Secret. Yeah, Frank Dukes. You know who Frank Dukes is? He's like all of the hit records, like Drake's music. All of the loops that they used to make those beats. He made that. He's like,
yo, that's dope.
So like, I was in the majors with that. That was a major opportunity to say I was on the same stage with M.o.m at one point in at the beginning of my career. I was only producing for like a year and a half when I got to do that. So you would think that I would have took that as I'm a student, I'm gonna kill this, but that's where the age comes in as a problem, because when you already where you think you already grown and there's nowhere to grow or there's no lesson to learn here, it's easier for you to just quit. If I was a younger person, I probably would have kept going, but I was like, whatever. But it happened. It was great. It was dope.
Yeah, I was about to say it's one hell of an accomplishment. And like, I know you said it started your trajectory, like kind of took you out of it, but just kind of looking back, like that's always something you put on your CV. Like I was on stage with M.o.m and Best Kept Secrets and Frank Dukes, and like regardless of how it went, like that's still a great accomplishment at the end of the day that you were even on stage
TV.
with them.
They did a TV. They did a TV presentation of it also. It was on BT and
dope.
Fuse and all of that. So, but because I was insecure, I didn't put myself out there to be in the camera and to be like, there's shots of me here and there, but like I was boring. I wasn't an interesting character. I wasn't drama. I guess the stuff you would expect a female to do, I didn't do none of that. I ain't show no titties. I didn't do none of that. I was just there. So, but that's because I was older too. So, but if I was 20, maybe it would have been all So, but no, always will be something that I can be like, I got the picture right here that I look at every time I'm in the studio. So it's always we can do this again. We can do this and better. It's motivation for me now. So, which is funny because most of the time, the people that know that, especially the guys, they always want me to be in a beat battle with.
I was about to say, would you do another beat battle?
No. Why do I need to?
I mean, I just guess for just the competition of it more than anything.
But see, when you're in that situation, people always have a target on you. So I'm not going into something knowing people aiming to try to take me out because of something that I did 15 years. It is, But they don't want to see me if I am in a battle, though. They don't want to see me if I really want to be in it.
See, somebody gonna see this interview and they're gonna challenge you now.
Let's go.
So overall, like, how would you describe your sound? Like, I know you said you kind of produce different sounds, different things, but like, what would be your signature sound if you could give a name to it?
So, like I said before, I was EQ, and EQ had her own sound, very aggressive, big drums, real hip hop and stuff like that. But I'm more mature now. So like my music, I still like big drums. Like most of the time when the dudes come in on my stuff, like, yo, your drums keep knocking, because that to me is the most important part of the music. But I've calmed down a lot. Like I've finessed out a little bit. I'm learning a lot because the music is completely different from what it was then. It's completely different from what I listened to when I was a younger person. It's different. It's trap stuff is different. It's not my, like you said, the people are looking for artists that are more in their age group. So that's who I am. I am that person that kind of is in the middle. Younger people and then my age group both gravitates me. So that's because my sound is all over the place. It's not one particular thing because I like all kinds of music. So I might blend stuff together.
Okay.
I might make a cinematic track. I might make a trap beat. I might make a hip, like a sample-based beat. I do whatever I feel.
Oh, dope. Okay. Like, how did they pick? Because I know you just recently posted about the VST actually named a sound after you. So, so I was wondering, like, I was going to lead into that question. How were they able to figure out a sound for you? You know, be part of that.
I don't know. I was blown away by that. So, Scorch. So the company is called Software Audio. And the guy who is the CEO of that, his name is my best friend Jacob. He actually is like a prodigy, or he's like on the M.o.m somehow.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, he's an extension of that brand. So as a matter of fact, if you look on their website where they're selling the software, it got a cosign from M.o.m about, you know.
Oh, dope.
But he, prior to the software that's out now that has that has a name with my name on it, he had another VST, and I think I was the first person to buy it for, I think he said like his first customer. By accident. I'm just out here, I'm new to the game, and I'm just buying stuff, trying to get sounds or whatever. And so I've always just kind of supported and maintained a relationship. So I saw when he was about to pull the trigger to put it out for sale, that he was asking people to help name it. And I just, as a joke, put up there, said, you should put one and put my name, and he did it. So
that's dope.
Yeah, like, oh my God, he actually included, like, to me, you know, the first question, actually a few questions I got was like, well, are you getting paid? And not everything that is valuable has money attached to it. And to be immortalized on somebody's software, to me, is like,
priceless.
Like, that's priceless. Like, how many people could say they got a VST in somebody's software named after them? Not too many people could say that. So, like, you know, maybe I got lucky and got picked. I don't know how many other people got their stuff picked on there. I'm the only one that I could see that has my actual name, but it's cool. I'm good with it.
Yo, that's dope. Congratulations on that. That's dope.
Yeah. Like I said, the kids are being real nice to me. Like, that happened. I get a lot of people who want to collab with me. A lot of younger producers like ask me advice, and you know, people repost me. People send me all kinds of motivational messages. Like, it's really cool to have a community. Like, I didn't have that the first go around. I have a little community now, and so it makes it harder even on the days when I'm like, I don't want to do this. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm ready this time, and because I'm ready, this kind of stuff is happening. I'm not even going out there really looking for it. It happens, and that's more motivation and validation. And it's like, here, take that. Like, and so how can I not keep going when I get stuff like that? But you know, just hand it to me. Like, it's truly, it tells me that I need to just keep going and just see what happens. So that's what I'm doing. So you might see, I might get my major placement by 50. I'm bringing my 50th birthday with a Jay-Z placement.
Well, yo, I can see it. Yo, the way you already, moving up, yo, it'll happen before then. Maybe even before then.
From your mouth to guys, a lot of people, I'm telling you, just strangers, they send me messages. It's like, yo, I'm rooting for you. You're so inspirational. I guess, it's still courageous to say, yeah, I'm however old, but I'm still, what do I have to lose? I'm gonna do it. I guess a lot of people take that as courageous. But I'm just like, I got something to say. People want to listen, I'm gonna post it. I don't like.
Oh yeah.
So, but a lot of people seem to be pretty inspired, and that actually means a lot to me too. Because if one young woman decides this is what I want to do in my life because she sees me, that's dope too.
Oh, definitely.
Influence a lot of times is more valuable than money. So,
yo, what I appreciate you joining the show and sharing your story. Like I said, listening to your story helped me, you know, like wrap my head around it. Like, nah, I'm not gonna give this up just because I feel like, you know, I need to give it up because I still love it and I still feel like I got something to say. Just like you got something to say and you encouraging people to keep, you know, doing their thing. So I definitely appreciate that. Is there any last words you want to leave with the audience? Like, you know, if they were to come across you online or if they come across your music, like what would be like the impression you want to leave on them?
Like, you know, at one point in life, you know, you say, man, your mom making beats. You know, people be capping on you or making, you know, when I said that I'm going to use the name Mom on the Beats, it was to normalize moms doing shit that you and your homeboys do or doing stuff that you and your friends do. It's to normalize being a mom. Just because I'm a mother, just because I'm older, just because I'm a woman, doesn't mean I don't have something to say. And that I might not say some shit that you can understand, because a lot of people are really blown away when they be like, yo, mom go forward. Yeah. It's not the joke that you expected it to be. Like, Mom on the Beats. I know for a fact people probably come across it like, Mom on the Beats, what's this? And then they come to my page like, what? That is the point. So just come on along with the ride, you know, come along for the ride. Let's see what happens. I'm really curious to see what happens myself. So
yeah, and I can't wait to see what happens next for you too. And I'll definitely leave because I always make sure I let everybody know. Like, I'm leaving the links to your social media and like your website in the description in the bio when this goes up on YouTube. So make sure y'all check out Mom on the Beat, the maker of music. I appreciate it once again for you to join, you know, you joining the show.
thank
Thank you for sharing your story. Oh, no problem. But until next time, it's your boy Vinnie-Dangerous. This has been Dangerous Minds. Much love.
Peace.
Trust me, I'ma be ready when they come for me. Dying soon, black man, so he might be dying soon. One supposed to make it past 22, now he 28, that 6 years overdue. Just let you know I'ma be on guard. Whether no hood or a superstar, it really don't matter where we are. Angels, medals in the cars, the devil's working hard, so pray for me.